Hello, I'm Sabrina and I am talking to some senior AP students about their experiences at the high school and experiences in APs. So let's get this going.
Hi, I'm Jack Berger. I'm a AP History, English, Maths, Science, and Spanish student at the high school.
I'm Katie Weinstein, and I've done the AP Englishes and Histories at the school.
I'm Dylan McKillop. I've done the AP Maths, the AP Science, and AP Computer Science.
I'm Jamie Kane, and I've done AP History, AP Math, AP Science, AP Languages, and AP English.
I'm Jessie Meyer, and I've been an art, history, and math student of AP classes at the high school.
Hi, I'm Dakota Silver, and I've been in the AP Maths.
Since all of you are seniors here, what are your plans for the future, like college-wise?
I'm going to be going to Cornell University to major in Applied Economics and Management.
I'm going to the University of North Carolina School of the Arts to major in acting.
I'm going to Worcester Polytechnic Institute to major in robotics engineering.
And I'm going to the University of Virginia to major in business.
I'm going to Fashion Institute of Technology in Manhattan to major in fashion design.
I'm going to Syracuse University to major in sociology and social entrepreneurism.
And it looks like a lot of you take a lot of different APs. Like, how do you figure out which AP is like best for you to take?
I think it just depends where your interests lie. I know for me, I'm not really the sciencey math sort of person. That doesn't really appeal to me, but I'm fascinated by history and like books and writing, so I went all for those types of classes.
It's definitely important to choose a subject that you really like, because the classes aren't easy. So if it's a subject that you enjoy, it might be easier to do the work and convince yourself to do the work if it's something that you want to do.
So are any of you in the AP Stat class? So
Yeah. Yes.
How was setting up for the carnival and the carnival in general?
It was lots of fun when we put on the carnival and setting up. It was just...
The carnival was great. We had so many people come through this year. We had almost 400 people. And so we have a lot of data that we're working on right now.
It was just fun to get the whole school involved and have like a really big data size, I guess, sample size to have, and just for everyone to get involved with it.
So since a lot of you seem to take APs within the same kind of like genre, like what's like the difference between each AP, like say AP Euro, like AP Gov, or like AP History, US?
Well, I know I take AP Gov, not AP Euro, so I can't speak for that. But AP Gov is very different than APUSH because I know they rearranged the curriculum, but last year it was very fact-based on like what happened, and this year Gov was more about understanding how the government works and all the different parts of it and how they like form together and cooperate.
Solid, I guess.
It's also no secret that some of the APs are a little bit easier than some of the others. And so like you can sort of decide how to balance your schedule based on that.
Yeah, it's not that one is like worse than the other. It's just you have to, like Jamie said, just balance to make sure what's right for you.
Yeah.
For some of them, there's a lot of memorization you have to do, and it just depends on what you're good at.
And like comp was completely different than lit this year too, because comp was all writing and lit is all reading. So
those are both English APs.
Oh yes. AP Comp is AP Language and Composition, and AP Lit is AP Literature and Composition, sorry.
Oh no, thank you for that. Now, here's a big question that probably a lot of juniors and or just basically anyone who wants to take the AP classes, do you have to take the exam if you take the class, or is that an option to opt out of taking the exam?
Yeah, you don't have to take it. You have to go sign up through the College Board, which is outside of the school.
I mean, the one thing I would say about that, though, is a lot of the class, sometimes it depends on the AP, but I know some of the classes focus a lot of their time on taking practice APs, tests, and preparing you for the exam. And if you're not going to take the exam, then you could be, in theory, wasting some of your time by just taking that class and not taking the exam.
A class like AP Euro, for example, though, like really is not geared towards the test, so that would be good for people who maybe don't want to take the test because it's very like content-based, and you focus on like learning about the history and like even a little bit about the culture instead of getting ready for the AP.
Awesome. So like I had mentioned earlier, you're all seniors. This is the last couple weeks of high school that you'll have. How do you feel about that right now?
It's pretty nice just to be able to finally relax.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that the APs are done, it's fun doing all the projects and like building catapults and AP physics.
Your Olympics is a good time in AP Euro.
Oh, and for our lit project, we're just like having fun. She said it can either be like analysis, but we've been doing that the whole year, or like creative, so we're just like recreating SNL. It's pretty awesome.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Like, is there anything you would want to tell your freshman self to like be wary of going through high school?
I'd say your grades will matter every year. I know a lot of people will say like freshman year grades don't really matter, but like the GPA is like cumulative. So like you might think that what you do freshman year will have like no impact on what happens with college, but it definitely does.
And also get the what are they called? The prerequisites, I think they're called, like the requirements out of the way early, so that you're free to take some of the more challenging courses that you're interested in, like when you're a junior and senior.
I would say also like learn very early how to budget your time, because that's like the most important skill, is spacing things out, not procrastinating, and if you do that, you will have a stress-free, for the most part, experience.
And we say that because our experiences definitely were not stress-free, so keep that in mind.
AP actually stands for advanced procrastination.
That is a true fact.
Yeah. I took an independent study in AP Computer Science, and it was a lot about budgeting out time and making sure that I could fit in the 150 hours that are needed for that. So.
That's a lot of hours.
It is.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's a lot. That really is a lot. But I have a very serious question here, because I feel like I'm already getting there. Is senioritis a thing? Because I feel like I'm getting it right now.
100%.
I got it as a junior too, but once you like kick back into September and have to do all the college stuff, your dedication will go back. But like once that's over,
if you just try and fend it off as much as possible, it's
possible to fend off, but
it's tough.
It's
really hard.
Well, okay, you still get your work done, but I feel like you do the least amount of work.
Yeah, you do the bare minimum.
I think I've been to do that since freshman year.
The closer it gets to the end, the closer your completion time gets to the due date.
And the amount of time it takes you to do the project also goes down. Last night.
That's good advice to know. What has been your favorite experience at the high school over your 4 years?
I don't know. That's a big question.
Start on the other side this time.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be sports. Is that okay?
Yes.
Because I met a lot of my best friends through tennis. I played tennis, so that was definitely fun, and I just learned a lot of lessons for the real world through tennis. So I don't know. I thought that was a really great experience for me.
Probably my best experience was working on all of the shows throughout the last few years, because I have consistently been working on costumes, and I went from being assistant to manager, and then just most recently on the Heidi Chronicles, I was actually the designer, which was really exciting because I want to focus on costumes in college. So it was an outside of school activity, but it really helped me like build skills that I can use in my life, and it meant the world to me. So.
Yeah, I guess I'll just piggyback off what Dakota said and say that sports were definitely one of my most favorite experiences here.
Robotics was a big one for me, because that's what made me realize what I want to do.
I didn't drop it, I'm just saying.
That's okay.
I really liked AP Comp because that pushed me to be the best like writer and student that I could be. But also finding my niche in the theater world, because like in the beginning of my high school career, I wasn't exactly sure whether or not I wanted to pursue acting, whether it was for me, but I really found a family through all of the people there, and my passion. So yeah.
Katie kind of stole what I was going to say, but I was definitely going to say theater. I mean, I only did it my senior year, but it's like meeting so many great people during the shows that I did, and just like really being welcomed into a great group.
Do you think you've like changed over the past 4 years and like getting ready for college? Has that definitely changed within the past year?
Yes.
One interesting thing that I've noticed was that I guess at the start of senior year, I guess you could say I was definitely nervous to go to college. Like the idea of leaving my like family and not having like, I don't know, them there every day when I come home. I guess I was like nervous about that. But now I guess I would say that I'm definitely more ready than I thought I would be at this point. Like I'm like ready to go to college.
And I think just like every year throughout high school, like you just hit your stride a little bit more. Like every person that you meet in every class that you take like adds something like throughout your journey. And by the time that you are where we are now, you know who you want to be, you know where you're going, and it's just like about finding your confidence. So I think everybody by default has had that experience over the last 4 years.
Okay, this may or may not be a very serious question, but which sorry, I burped. But which high school themed movie best describes your experience at the high school?
Seeing as I'm Zac Efron, definitely High School Musical. That's an easy one.
High school.
I watched this one.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Like, I think anything John Hughes.
Madagascar.
I don't feel like the
High school
really fit.
What is Switzerland?
I mean, like, it's an iconic movie, but I don't feel like, at least in Hopewell, we are like so distinct with groups.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
everyone
really
intermingles
think
and
so.
stuff.
For what?
The Breakfast Club.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think that one would really fit.
That's
At least for me.
John
Fight Club.
Fight Club. What is Fight Club?
It's like a high school movie.
I was just that was kind
I
of.
just watched High School Musical 3, and I cried.
I'm supposed to watch it. I'm supposed to watch it soon. I haven't seen it.
Watch it.
I will.
You like cry during
That's when they
it.
graduate.
Is that when they graduate?
Yeah, you relate to
I
it
haven't-
so much.
So is that what your answer would be then?
16.
Well, I mean, it's really not as bubbly as High School Musical, like real high school, but I mean, I think as senior year comes to a close, I think all of us are kind of like putting down our barriers and just kind of connecting more.
We're
which
all
I
in this
think,
together.
Yeah. Which
I noticed that too. I feel like everyone's more like loving and opening.
Yeah, like everyone's more
opening.
accepting of each other, so I think that's like something really cool. And I think I can relate to that a little bit, but I mean, we don't sing songs and stuff together. But
See, this is why I have confidence issues, because I say High School
Jump up
Musical is
on
a
the
joke,
table,
and then
start
Dakota
playing
turns
the
into something good, and I'm just sitting here like, wow.
no, I mean,
I definitely agree though. Like people have talked to me over the last couple months that like I've never like even known in
it's
the
really
last 4
cool.
years. Everybody's just really like open, and because it's like your last chance, you have nothing to lose. So
Yeah, like people say hi to me in the hallway, and like I'm like, hey, and then I like
Right.
turn to my friend and be like, I don't know that person, like I don't know their name.
but it's like a cool thing.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I don't know. It's cool.